Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Unique and Rare Handbags. My name is Joe. I'm a bag collector and Hermes bag authenticator. I will present you some of the really rare handbags in my personal collection. And today I chose this bag to review. It's an Hermes bag. It's called Paris Bombay, which represents, of course, the West and the Western and the Eastern of the world. It's a not very old bag, but it has been discontinued. The reason why I chose this bag to review this time is because I was watching the Hermes 2025 Spring Summer runway show, and I noticed some, of course, all what we were looking at were the handbags. And I saw some new bags, some old bags re-editioned and re-inspired. There was, of course, the Inside Out Birkin. There's a caddy with a lot of details in the front. There's Constant Elan, which means a more east-west version of Constance, more horizontal version of Constance. And I saw a bag, which is this one. As you can see, this bag. I thought, like, looks similar. I must have something which looks like this. And after some digging, there was articles talking about this bag. They called it a derby-inspired bag, which I cannot really agree, because if you know derby bag from Hermes, it looks like this. So I really cannot say it's the derby-inspired bag. I would say it's just a very similar version of this bag. Again, I will show you for example, when you look at from the side, they have almost the same structure. This one on the runway show in this new edition, it's taller, but actually this specific model, Paris Bombay, it did have a taller version, which looks like this. So then it's really a very similar bag. I don't understand why they just don't re-edition this one instead. Or maybe because we don't know the name of the bag yet, maybe they'll just call it Paris Bombay 2 or something. Actually, it's funny because around the same year, I think this bag was, let me see, which year was this? It's, I don't know if you can see it. It's a L in a square. It's a L in a square. So if we check the year stamp, L in a square, L in a square. So it's 2008. Actually, about this year stamp, we used to have a way to remember it. It's the year 2021. 2021. You see here, it's E. Actually, in Chinese, E is the same pronunciation as 1. So 2021, it's E in a square. So like E in a square. So that's how we used to count it if we do not have internet access, but nowadays everyone has internet access all the time. Well, so this one is L in a square, so it's 2028. During that year, actually, there's another brand which I like a lot. I reviewed too, Delvaux from Belgium, a bag maker I consider the same level as Hermes. They actually had something really similar. It's called East West. I actually have one in my collection. Maybe after this video, I will review that bag so we can have a compare. Well, anyway, so about this bag, it's actually a pretty simple bag, but it's very structured. This one is in fjord leather. If you know fjord, it's a natural leather, but with some patterns, and the most notable one is this veins. You can see here, it's much more than in Togo. Togo has some veins, but it's much less. So this reminds the fjord of Norway. That's how they named it. It's a very luscious leather. It's very, it's not very soft, but it's definitely softer than well, Tadalakt or box leather. So the structure is simple yet complicated. I will show you why. It opens this way, so the lining, I think most all the linings, they are like gold leather. And you have the blind stamp here. It's colorless. I really like when it's inside and colorless, so we don't have all the... And the year stamp and the artisan stamp is always here. So what's very interesting about this bag is it actually comes out. You can actually, you know, make it come out. Like extend the bag a little bit, so makes it more like a trapeze shaped. So it's already a trapeze shaped when you see the structure here, and then when you open it, then it's shaped to the other way. So it's I think it's a very versatile bag in terms of volume, and it's also very laid back. It's not that uptight. So again, when you look at this and the bag that is reeditioned into the Hermes runway show, you can see how similar they are, right? Maybe that runway photo is easier to look at because it's white. You can see it's really the same idea. I'm pretty sure this one can be put out too, like here can be put out too. So for me, it's really the same bag. Okay, we'll wait and see how they name it. Oh, but this one comes with padlock. And so I think here, this one doesn't. So here you cannot lock it. But I think if you really want to lock it, you can. But I think in the new version, well, Hermes noticed that once they add a padlock and a clochette, which means the piece of leather holding the keys, we call it clochette, like a bell in French, they would be able to sell for much more. I think that was really the case, for example, for Bigotin. When the Bigotin was just the old Bigotin without that detail, it was definitely not as popular as today. So this bag has actually 5 stands, which is very rare for this small bag. Actually, the reason is because this bag actually comes in 3 sizes. Yeah, this one, a larger, longer one, the same proportion but larger, and the tall one. I actually have 3 of these bags. I have 3, but they are all horizontal ones. I will, maybe I'll make it next video because I do not want to make this video too long. I try to keep my video around 10 minutes nowadays. So I will compare, because the 3 I have, they are in 2 different sizes. Those 2 are bigger, and they are in different leather. So we can have a look at the same bag, same model in different sizes and in different colors and different leathers, of course. What else that I can tell you is this bag actually have some hand stitching part. If I just give you this bag like this without letting you examine, or if you do not know how to examine the stitching, then you would actually know, we would actually know this part probably is hand stitched, because that's where you hold the bag, that's where the tension is. They made a strong stitches here, so it doesn't come off easily. So in a way, the rule is in Hermes nowadays, because in the old time, a very large part of the body would be hand stitched, but nowadays only very, very few places. The general rule is it has to be a bag which is leather lined. All the luggage line, which is canvas lined or fabric lined, they won't have hand stitch at all. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, yes, this this side has 2 pockets, this side has 1 pocket. I actually really do not like those bags with zipper. I don't get it. I mean, it's inside. Why would you need a zipper? If you if you collect vintage Hermes bags, you would know that very often the first models, they were without zipper. For example, the first Victoria, or the very old, oh, maybe I will review a very old caddy in the future. You would see that inside there's no zipper. And then they started adding zippers. I don't know why. I don't see the point, personally. So the only decorational part is this small thing here. There's no, I think it's really decorational because there's, besides holding the stamps, year stamp, it can be at other places. There's no functionality of it. Maybe to pull it when you open it. No, I don't think so. So yeah, so this is the bag. Again, it's called Paris Bombay. I think it's a very cute name. Makes it a bit exotic. I don't know if it has anything to do with Indian culture. I'm not a big connoisseur of Indian things. So yeah, and again, this is fjord leather. Fjord, like they are the landscape in Norway. So I think we see very few Hermes leather goods nowadays in fjord. So that's it. Thank you very much, and I will continue presenting you the same bag but in different leathers, different colors, different sizes in the next video.